So today I would like to talk about the do nothing meditation, and I really think this is a very useful technique to use in your practice. So you do not only want to use one practice and to change things up and incorporate the do nothing technique is, I feel, very valuable. The technique is not that much different actually from other techniques where you are concentrating on an object. The difference is that you are not returning over and over again to one specific object when you discover that you have been distracted, have been absorbed in a thought, but instead of returning to an object, you just drop whatever it is that you have been focused on, and then you remain open and aware. So you are not saying, okay, this what I just discovered was a distraction and I return to the breath, for example, but you say, kind of, you recognize I have been absorbed in a thought, in a sensation, in a sound, whatever, and I drop holding on to that. I let go of it. And that returns you to just a presence, an openness. And usually the next thing that there's a next moment where you experience something. But you're not holding on to it. You just go with whatever is appearing and disappearing, appearing and disappearing. And then you will discover over time the tendency of the mind to hold on to certain experiences. Thoughts are very sticky. You think you have to think through something, and then you discover, oh, there's no point in that. The goal of the session was to drop that, to discover that. And actually, the term letting go of something, dropping something, can sometimes be misunderstood. So I want to clarify here what I mean by that. The term dropping whatever it is that you're holding on to, stopping directing your attention, or letting go of something, what I mean is it is not an active doing. It is already done by the recognition of it. And you can discover that. You recognize that you have been absorbed in something, and in that moment, it means you can let go of it. It's a very gentle thing. You're not trying to do something else to replace it with. You're not forcing concentration on an object. You just become open again. So that means the single focus or the single pointed absorption that you were in before, usually not intentionally, into a thought or an emotion, it returns, by dropping it, you return to an openness, a wider, okay, I'm kind of recognizing the whole space in which experiences is happening. So when you try this do nothing meditation, you can start out a session by 5 minutes of a concentrative technique where you're over and over again returning to the breath, for example. You try to become very concentrated, just short but intense for 5 minutes. And then you switch around completely the other direction and you do the do nothing technique where you just remain open, you're not intentionally focusing on an object, and you just, whatever it is that you're experiencing, it comes and it goes. And when you discover you're holding on to something, you want to be absorbed in a thought, you return to that openness, you drop it. So you could also say the kind of the point of do nothing technique is to stop directing your attention. You are not directing it intentionally into a certain area, whether that's a thought, a physical sensation, an emotion, whatever. So this is basically a very simple technique, but it's not easy. It can just be as frustrating for a while as other techniques, but you will discover when you do this over a certain period of time, maybe a few weeks, or maybe it can, if you have experience with meditation, it can happen in your first session where you are very present, but you're open, you're aware. You are not becoming a certain sensation. You're not absorbed in the breath, for example, but you're the whole space in which things are appearing. And it can be a very pleasant and a beautiful state to meditate in. So try it out. Please, if you have certain questions or you have experiences with this that you have questions about, or you just want to share your experience, you can comment but below this video. I'm going to answer those comments, and yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.